Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have another fun anti-haul video for you guys today. This is the fourth one that I filmed. There are so many new products that are constantly launching in the beauty world. It is entirely overwhelming, and if you saw my video earlier this week, I already have a ton of new stuff that I am in the middle of trying, and I know I have more things coming to me. So I feel like sometimes you need to pump the brakes and take a step back and be like, you know what? I don't need everything. And that is really what the spirit of the anti-haul is about. It is about buying things because they bring you joy, because they are useful, and not just because you are being sucked into the constant hype around you. So I'm going to be sharing some new beauty launches that I am not intending on purchasing. Now, this is in no way me trying to shame you if you want these things, if you already bought these things. I obviously haven't tried them, so I can't say that they're bad and that's why I'm not getting them. This is really more about my personal preference and my needs for my collection. I probably have things very similar to these products and that's why I don't need to buy them, or for some reason they're just not things that I gravitate towards. So if you love them and you want to use them, like, there is no problem with that. Really, the point of the anti-haul is just to get you thinking, and it's to get you asking yourself, is this something I really want, I really need, or am I just buying this because all of my favorite beauty influencers are using it, even though like 3 months ago I bought a palette exactly like this. As you can see, I've got my coffee. This is probably going to be a relatively chatty video, so get yourself cozy, get yourself a beverage, because we're probably going to be here for a while. And if you are new to my channel, I just want to say hello and welcome. My name is Lauren. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out and chatting beauty with me. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I am thinking about adding a fourth video on Saturdays, specifically to do shopping vlogs, because those have been going over pretty well on my channel, and I personally have so much fun filming them. In a way, I kind of feel like it is akin to the anti-haul in that I don't often buy anything when I'm out doing my shopping vlogs, but it's fun for me to like window shop and take you along with me and show you what's out in like TJ Maxx and Marshalls, or what's new at Sephora, and just kind of look at everything. But again, it's kind of like I don't necessarily have to go and buy those things just to have fun kind of shopping and browsing around. So anyway, long story short, let's get into the products that I am not planning on buying. So the first product that is on my list is a very, very popular one lately, and I absolutely love this brand. So this is in no way me saying that I don't like Tarte. It's more me saying, Lauren, you don't need this palette, and that is the Tarte Tartelette Toasted Palette. This retails for $46. You get 12 warm toned eyeshadows. It is in a beautiful golden compact with sort of like a fiery pattern on the outside. It looks absolutely stunning. Don't get me wrong, there is definitely a part of me that is like, I want it. It's calling to me because I love warm toned eyeshadows, but that's exactly why I'm not going to buy it. I love warm toned eyeshadows and I have so many of them. There's no real reason that I can like justify buying this palette because I already own the Tarte Tarteist Pro palette. There are some similar shades in there to the Toasted, and I have like, I don't know, 15, 20 other eyeshadow palettes that I can probably reach for at any given time that will have very similar shades to this. So even though it looks beautiful, even though I've heard a lot of really great things about this palette, unless I plan on doing a massive declutter of my stash and getting rid of a bunch of stuff, I know I don't need it. The same thing goes for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. Now this is a limited edition palette launch from ABH for the holidays. Usually every year around this time they launch a palette. I know that the Subculture, there was like this whole big drama with that, but I haven't really heard anybody saying bad things about the Prism palette. Now a couple of years ago I got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made palette at the holidays, which was also limited edition. I still have that palette even though it's been a couple of years, but I absolutely love it and I got a lot of use out of it. And I do think that the like cool like jewel tones and sort of more earthy shades in the Prism palette are very pretty. I just know that, again, I really don't need this palette in my life. It retails for $42. You get 14 different shades, which is a nice variety, but the only bad thing about ABH palettes is that the pan sizes are really, really tiny. So usually you're paying a lot more per gram than you are with some of the other palettes in that price range, but the quality usually is really good, minus the fiasco of the subculture. Like I said, typically Anastasia's eyeshadows are very, very nice quality. Again, I just feel like, number one, it's limited edition, and I don't really want to invest money in a limited edition palette right now because no one probably will be using it in 6 months, and at this point I'm looking to invest in things that I can use on my channel and that I can do tutorials with and like continue to use in makeup looks and that you guys can still go and purchase. So I think I'm going to skip the ABH Prism palette. It does look really pretty, and I don't need it. Now, if you stalk the Sephora website like I do, you probably have seen that there are a number of new brands being carried there, one of which is Violet Voss, which is sort of a more indie brand that became very popular on Instagram, and their palettes are pretty pricey, but they also are very large. So I've heard good things about them, but again, like I'm a broken record in this video. I don't need any more eyeshadow right now. I really, really don't. So there's definitely no reason for me to spend $75 on like a giant eyeshadow palette from Violet Voss. And to be honest, none of the palettes that I've seen on the Sephora website have really called to me either. Just the shade selections in the varieties that have been there have been very boring to me, very neutral, very repetitive, things I already have, and I don't really feel like it's worth it to me. And honestly, for that price point, I would probably rather invest in a different brand. Like if I am gonna get an eyeshadow palette right now, I'm gonna put it out there, it's gonna be Huda Beauty. That is what I've been really like having my eyes on lately, because I've never tried any Huda products and I really would like to be introduced to the brand. And some of those little tiny eyeshadow palettes she's released recently look incredible. And so if I am going to like quell the part of me that wants more eyeshadow, even though I absolutely don't need any more, I would rather get a palette that's under $30 than spend a whole crap ton of money on something that I have a million duplicates of in my collection already. Now, this next product might be surprising to some of you guys because I absolutely love the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. They are absolutely stunning. They are so freaking sparkly and beautiful, and they're perfect if you want to create a really lovely statement look for your eyes. And Stila released a new version called the Shimmer and Glow liquid eyeshadows. They also retail for $24. There are 8 shades available right now, and to be honest, like these are basically a similar formula to the Glitter and Glow minus the glitter, and for me that is what makes it not appealing, because I feel like the glitter in the Glitter and Glow is what makes that product so unique and special. I feel like you can find a shimmery liquid eyeshadow anywhere. They're all over the place, they've been around, and that's not my favorite formula to use anyway. I honestly would almost rather apply a like powder metallic eyeshadow to my lid if I want that kind of shimmery finish. What was nice about the Glitter and Glow is that it gave you that super intense glittery sparkle, but being in a cream shadow, you don't have to deal with the mess of loose glitter and a glitter glue. So I just thought that the Glitter and Glow were so convenient and so beautiful and unique. And I just feel like the Shimmer and Glow, I understand like they're geared towards people who don't want that wham bam in your face kind of finish, and I'm sure a lot of people will really like them. I just don't think that they're something I'm going to reach for very often, so I don't think that's a very smart investment for me. Something else that I've seen pop up on Instagram recently, and I've kind of seen it around a bit, that I know I'm definitely not going to buy, is the Farsali Jelly Beam highlighter. This is basically like a tub of cream highlighter. It looks very chunky and unappealing, but it apparently looks absolutely beautiful on the skin. And I have no doubt that it's going to be like ultra metallic, light reflective, gorgeous and glittery. It's just, number one, it is massive. There is no way in my lifetime I would ever need that much highlighter, even if you were applying it all over your body. I feel like it's the kind of product that's so concentrated, a little bit goes a long way, and I just feel like it's so overkill. And number two, I never use cream and liquid highlighters like on a regular basis. I almost always exclusively use powder, so I feel like it would be such a waste for me to spend that much money. I don't remember how much it is. I think it's like $40. I think it's expensive. It's not in like a cheap product that's sort of like, it's 10 bucks, it looks fun, whatever, not a big deal. No, I think that one is relatively expensive, and so it's just, it is definitely not something that I need to be spending my money on. You know, I haven't tried any Farsali products yet. I kind of keep going back and forth on the Unicorn Essence and the Rose Gold Elixir, and while they look really cool, again, I feel like I'm being sucked into the Instagram hype. I see all these girls doing their tutorials, dropping things on their face and looking all beautiful, and I'm just like, ooh, I wanna glitter like a unicorn. But I know myself, and I know that on a day-to-day basis, I'm probably not going to use those products, especially like anything that's very oil-based. I have so many facial oils, and I don't even use them every single day. So I think that my priming collection is spot on right now, so I probably just am gonna take a pass on Farsali for a little while. So why don't we take a step over to the drugstore for a minute. Maybelline recently released a new collection in collaboration with Gigi Hadid, and they didn't really come up with, okay, well no, let me take a step back. They did launch a few brand new palettes, but they mostly like repackaged existing products in this pretty nude packaging for the collection and then bumped the price up on those products. And while I think the packaging is beautiful, don't get me wrong, and the products, you know, look nice, I already own some of those things. So I don't need to buy them again just to get them in the pretty packaging. And I'm kind of like a little annoyed that they bumped the price up just because they're putting a celebrity name on it. Like, I understand why they do it, but I just I don't like buying into the hype of that kind of a thing. I feel like there are certain YouTubers who I love, who I want to support their collaborations, and if it's a person that I really, really like, then yes, maybe I will go and spend my money on something that I know is more expensive than it should be, because some of that money is going to a person on YouTube who's putting their self out there and, like, you know, putting some hustle behind things. Not to throw any shade to Gigi Hadid, she's absolutely gorgeous. I just, like, don't have a personal connection to her. Like, I don't, you know, feel like I am like, oh my god, she's my favorite person in the universe, and like I want to go support her. Not that I don't think she deserves support. I don't know, long story short is that I like Maybelline. They're not like the most absolutely insanely amazing makeup I've ever used in my entire life. The little like Cine Mini palettes, they're decent. I have one of them, but it's not like it's ever blown my mind. I love the Lash Sensational mascara. They have that in the new packaging, which again is very, very pretty, but I have more mascara than I know what to do with right now. So in the end, I don't think I'm going to be picking up anything from the Gigi Hadid collection. The palettes that she came out with, I feel like are way overpriced, and I guarantee you the quality, and like from the reviews I've heard of other YouTubers I trust, it doesn't sound like any of the palettes that they came out with are really worth the money anyway. So I personally am just gonna pass all over that one. Just not even gonna go there. And then something else from the drugstore that I've seen recently that I am not going to buy is a highlighter palette from Wet n Wild. Now this is like super affordable. I believe it retails for around $15 and you get 4 full-size highlighter pans. The quality of the packaging is not like, you know, insanely top notch, but it's $15. It's Wet n Wild, it's drugstore, so it's kind of like, what do you expect? I love the Wet n Wild highlighter formula. The reason why I don't want this is the shade selection. This is like a palette that to me reminds me of like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette. It's got like a blue and a purple and a green highlighter, and then one that's sort of like a peachy pink shade. I am someone that does not dig the whole colorful highlighter trend. It's just not my jam. I am a champagne, maybe like I'll go slightly pink, but like I generally tend to stick to neutral highlighters. That's what I like. Golds, champagnes, pinks, you know, nothing really like out there. I feel like if you're into the colorful highlighter trend, it's an insane value, and I'm sure the quality is great. Like Wet n Wild makes some good stuff. I just know that it's not something I'm going to reach for, and I feel like even though it's affordable, that's not a good excuse to buy it. Like, I feel like sometimes it's really tempting when a product is really inexpensive to be like, if I only use it a couple of times, it's no big deal. It wasn't, you know, like I spent a lot of money anyway. But I feel like then you do that enough times and all of a sudden you've spent a lot of money on a lot of things that are taking up a lot of space that you don't use. So I'm just trying to, you know, not, again, get sucked into the hype, even though I know a lot of people are saying great things about it. I just know it's not my personal preference, so I'm not going to buy it. So I think I'm going to wrap things up there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and chatting about stuff that I don't want to spend my money on. I definitely am going to be doing another anti-haul in December, kind of doing a secondary roundup of holiday sets and holiday limited edition products that I know that I am not going to be purchasing before the holiday season is over. And I was just thinking it might also be fun to do like cult classic beauty products that I don't want to buy, that like things that are super hyped or have been super hyped for a really long time that I have no interest in trying. Let me know in the comments down below what kind of anti-haul you would like to see. I would love to hear from you guys. It's always so fun to get your feedback. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. I always really appreciate your support. And again, if you aren't already subscribed, make sure you click that little button before you go. That way you'll be notified whenever I post new videos. I should be uploading again on Monday, or well, I might be uploading again on Saturday if I do that shopping vlog that I was talking about. I really have been having so much fun doing that. If you guys like the shopping vlogs, let me know in the comments. Alright, so I think that is it. I'm gonna go drink the rest of my coffee. I'm gonna go edit some videos and do some other things. And in the meantime, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.